Start exclusive.
Hi guys, in this video I'm gonna show you how I make my Digicore beats. I recently made this beat and it turned out pretty cool, so I thought why not make a tutorial. The first thing is a BPM. For my beats I usually keep it between 130 and 180. Next up the melody. Always pick a scale first. For this beat I went with C minor, as you can see. Then I laid down my chords. I used an organ plug and my progression goes 6, 5, 1 and 3 in C minor scale. I think that's a go-to progression if you want that dance club type vibe. Here's how it sounds. Also make sure to add gaps and slight variations to your patterns so it has more energy and sounds less boring. Now is the main melody. This one is super important because it plays through the whole beat, so it needs to be as bouncy and interesting as possible. I picked a plug from Spire with heavy delay and reverb on it. Just mess around in a piano roll, place notes in the different spots and stop when it sounds dope to you. That's what I ended up with. Also, do not forget about the variations. Next is the lead. It must match melody or it will be so ass, so try to make it interesting as well. For mine, I chose another Spyro preset with delay, and that's where I ended up with. I also slapped growth beat on it because growth beat is literally essential for these beats. It just makes everything sound amazing. So yeah, I got this melody, let's move on. For background I added a pad from Spire and just copied the main melody. It's not the main star, but it gives space and vibe, so I recommend always throwing in a pad. Now the second lead. This one makes your beat feel alive and keeps the listener hooked. I grabbed another Spire preset. Spire is goated. Honestly, I like it more than Serum. I think it has way more better default presets than Serum. And just make sure it has delay and reverb too. Of course, I added a growth beat preset. Check it without. And with. Difference is crazy. For the bass, I just copied the root notes from my progression. I used Spire again. Honestly, I don't always add bass, but when I do, it adds so much punch. Moving to the drums, the basic trap clap with some rolls. And then rolls. With some reverb. Simple trap hats. With some delay. Open hats. I use two different patterns. This is the first one. And the second. trap snare with rolls. Then I added another vinso 808 just for the variation. Next is the punchy kick, so I chain to the 808. Just a couple extra perks for bounce. And simple risers with breaks. Moving to the mixing. So mixing is the key. If your mix is S, your beat will be S as well. So make sure to mix your beats well. Here is what I always do. I cut some lows on everything except the bass. Then you wanna balance all of your volumes properly. This one is super important. Make sure to throw a fruity soft clipper on your master, just so you don't burn other people's ears. And I also used love filter, just to make that little bridge between the verse part and the hook. So the next on the list is an arrangement. So overall arrangement is easy. Just loop your patterns for 80 bars and it would work. But since we're making beats for artists, give it some movement. Here's my structure. Intro. Hook. Verse. Little bridge. Hook again. And the verse again. And don't forget your tag. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. This was my first tutorial with my real voice ever. I hope that you enjoyed it and maybe learned something new. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Likes and subs really help, and if I see enough support, I'll definitely make more. Stay tuned, bye.
Starred exclusive. Starred exclusive.